Your macroeconomic indicators have continued to improve. The IMF has come out and said that, the authorities have been doing a good job. However, all of that has been overshadowed by the political noise and now this attack on the Sri Lankan team today. So, going forward, I think obviously outflows have been seen throughout the year. You've seen an outflow of approximately $500 million this fiscal year, and that will probably continue. However, I don't think you should see any sudden spike in it. I think the market will probably remain range-bound, and if you don't see a turnaround in the next few sessions, you should probably see the market might even test its lows that it made at the end of January.
But should we expect these foreign investors to return to the equity market on the back of these uncertainties from the political front or the law and order situation?
That's the thing we're looking at. Given that the data flow or the economics have turned around, the political noise has drowned all that positivity that was coming from that front. So, which is the reason why we believe that the market is probably going to remain uncertain and is reflecting the environment and the current sentiment that is prevailing in the country.
And obviously, the CFS committee has proposed to ban the existing CFS MK to a leveraged product for the stock market. So should we expect other leveraged products to come in the way for these investors at the local bourse?
The thing is, the MSCI recently stated that Pakistan would be, the position of Pakistan's eligibility would be reviewed in May. Now, obviously, given the events of the past few hours, that has now come under doubt again. And any developments with regards to the introduction of new leverage product will obviously take a back seat considering the security situation in the country.
Okay, and the economic numbers have obviously improved. We saw Shaukat Tareen yesterday addressing media personnel in Islamabad. Keeping this political turmoil on the sideline, what should we expect the stock market to make a U-turn, and should we expect the stock market to operate in the green zone in the coming days or the coming months for that matter?
Purely on economic numbers, you would have expected the market to probably start to test the 6,000 level. But like I said before, the political sentiment is so negative that investors have basically stayed on the sidelines. You've seen the volumes have dropped considerably. Even today, the all-share volume was around 75 million. So I think basically people have adopted a wait-and-see approach, especially when you have the Long March scheduled this month. So I think people are just waiting on the sidelines and probably looking at a more opportune time to enter the market.
Okay, and Mustafa, my last question is going to be, Shaukat Tareen did say that the growth forecast that he has portrayed for our economy is 2.5%. Is this going to fall below the 2.5% level, or is it are we going to see improved sentiments written all over it?
With the 2.5% growth rate is basically on the back of very weak manufacturing growth. The 2.5 projection is probably basically based on the fact that you'll have 0% growth in manufacturing. So we don't expect that you'll see any turnaround in the manufacturing sector this fiscal year. Until you see sizable interest rate cuts, and obviously there'll be a considerable time lag before those interest rate cuts start to filter through the economy and start to have some beneficial effect. So I think a 2.5% target is probably apt at this time.
Okay, thank you, Mustafa, for your analysis. Mustafa Pasha, economist at BMA Capital, and talking about the stock markets, giving an analysis of the stock market rather, and what we should be expecting from the market. Economic indicators, according to him, have improved, but whatever took place today, starting from 9 a.m. in the morning in Lahore, obviously that is going to have a detrimental impact for these local and foreign investors. Foreign investors have been offloading their holdings previous week. As I mentioned earlier in the show, $1.8 million were offloaded by these foreign investors. This is going to continue until these issues from the political and the law and orders front are addressed by the government of Pakistan. For those of you just joining us, the KSE 100 index did close in the negative zone and closed at 5,596, down by 84 points. 53.9 million shares being traded in the 100 index. KSE 30 index down by 102 points, closing at 5,000.